Just World 101 back for another video on Sports World 101 for my 2017 MLB predictions. If you did just about a week or so from opening day, I'm going to start with the National League West, but I don't have any fancy pictures like my colleague and good friend Comment 101. He did a great job on his predictions, might I say. Great job, man. He's a great friend of mine, and I'm going to show you my predictions. I don't have a fancy picture. I use hats, and I'm not going to put them in a row like on my channel where I did the predictions. I'm just going to show you them from what I think last to first, starting with the National League West. Last place, of course, is the standard San Diego Padres. Just not any good, you guys. Yeah, not any good. I mean, trading away Matt Kemp and getting rid of everybody, just signing Jared Weaver, who's washed up, and Yoeli Chacin. Just not good, you guys. Not good. And then next to last, you guys, is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks, unfortunately, for them. Zach Greinke's good, but they just don't have the team to quite compete. So, yeah, they did sign Chris Iannetta, which is going to be weird to see him play for the Diamondbacks. But, hey, you know, it is what it is. And then third, this is just my opinion, you got the San Francisco Giants. You're probably thinking, well, why did you put the Giants in third? Because they're, no offense to my other good friend Trey Cahill, just right now their reign of terror is over. The Cubs in the National League are just too dominant. Their reign of terror is over, you know. And in the National League West, there's better teams, such as the next two coming up, in my opinion. But the Giants will finish third. Then you got, you're probably going to think I'm out of my mind for this. The Rockies will finish in second. They just got a great young team. They signed Ian Desmond, you guys. Great player. And I do believe they got Greg Holland, too, which was an awesome pickup as well. So, look for the Rockies to be dangerous, you guys. And then, of course, first place, you guys, you got the Los Angeles Dodgers. I just think they're going to be good. You know, they owe themselves a World Series appearance. Even though the Dodgers, to me, you know, are better than they make themselves out to be. I think they should at least compete for a World Series this year. They're going to be very dangerous. That's the National League West. Now we're going to go to the National League Central. And you're probably going to think, in somewhat, I'm out of my mind for this. I mean, I guess you could say I am. But last place goes to the Milwaukee Brewers. Just a terrible baseball team, and until they can get rid of Ryan Braun, they're going to continue to be terrible. I mean, that's all I can say. Then you're going to get, I just had them, where they at? Hey, where they at? There they are. Okay, then you got, of course, the Cincinnati Reds. Just not a competitive team, but they're still going to be better than the Brewers. Then third, you're probably going to think I'm also insane for this. But you got the St. Louis Cardinals. They're just not the same Cardinals we're used to seeing, you guys. They did sign Dexter Fowler and Brett Cecil in the offseason. Still just not the same. So then second, you guys got the Pittsburgh Pirates will be second. You're probably wondering why. I just think the Pirates got a good team. They're due for a World Series appearance as well. And then, of course, first, of course, you got the defending World Series champs, the dominating Chicago Cubs. They're just too good, you guys. They are just way too massively good. Yep. That was the National League Central. Now, onto the National League East. In last, you got the Atlanta Braves. For one, they're just too old. They won't compete. They're just not any good. Julio Teheran, Bartolo Colon, and R.A. Dickey as your top 3 starters. Yeah, he signed Brendan Phillips in the offseason, or you trade for Brendan Phillips. You guys got ripped off. You really did. Last place for the Atlanta Braves. 4th place is going to go to the Philadelphia Phillies. And you're probably wondering, well, why? I mean, they're young and up and coming. They'll be good in the future, just not this year. 3rd. Did I bring it here? I thought I brought it. What in the name of Sam Hill? I thought I had my Marlins hat here. Give me 1 sec. So, guys, the next team, the Miami Marlins in 3rd. The loss of Jose Fernandez is pretty much just going to keep this team the same. They still had Jose Fernandez. I think they'd be able to compete for at least a wild card spot. But, hey, that's just me. 2nd. I just think this would be barely a 2nd, but I think the Washington Nationals will end up in 2nd place. Compete for a wild card. They're great. They just can't for some reason, find a way to quite win in the postseason. And then, of course, the leader, you got the New York Mets. They're going to win the division. They're going to be pretty competitive, too. Watch it for them to be dangerous as well next year. That's the National League. Now you guys got the American League, and we're going to start with the American League East. Last place. Of course, nothing really changes here. Last place you got the Tampa Bay Rays. Just a terrible team. 4th place, you're going to think I'm crazy for this. But 4th place, you got the Toronto Blue Jays. The loss of Edwin Encarnacion is going to hit them. This is going to hit them hard. Plus, their pitching is just not that great. That's probably the reason why they lost in the championship series last year to the Indians. 4th place, or 3rd place, you guys are going to get the New York Yankees. They lost some players, too, in the trade deadline and in the offseason. So, additions of Chris Carter, Matt Holliday, just and not feeling it. 2nd, you're going to have the Boston Red Sox. You're probably thinking, they're going to be amazing. Their pitching staff is great. Not so much. Yes, pitching wins championships, but we all saw what happened with the Tigers when they had Verlander, Price, and Scherzer, and Porcello and Doug Fister. I mean, come on, really? Really? So, they're going to finish in 2nd. And that would mean the division winner is the Baltimore Orioles. Their just offensive firepower is just amazing. Quote, benchwarmers. The Orioles will win the division. Okay. Now you move on to the American League Central. Last place, my opinion, you're going to get the Chicago White Sox. Giving up Chris Sale is going to kill them. They got Yoan Moncada in return, though. So guess what, guys? Let's see what happens. Fourth place, you're going to think I'm out of my mind for this one, too. The 4th place, you got the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, they're just not the same anymore. They're going to go back to the Royals of old. 3rd place. 3rd place, you got the Minnesota Twins. They're just a good team, you guys. They're going to be a good young team. And then finally, that means 2nd place, you got the Detroit Tigers. They're almost always competitive, and of course, winning the division, you'd have to be a fool. The Cleveland Indians will win the division. They're just too good. Defending American League champs, too. Now we get on to my favorite division, I guess. The American League West. My opinion, you got the Angels finishing in last. They just have no pitching. Albert Pujols is old, so all they have is Mike Trout. Sorry, Angels fans. Fourth, you got the A's. They're just going to be the same old teams as they've been lately. Just not any good, but one place better. Third, you got the Texas Rangers. I mean, do I have to say it? Yes, I'm an Astros fan, not discriminating against the Rangers. This is just where I think they'll end up. To me, they're just the third best team in the West. That's it. Based on paper and unbiased opinion. The Rangers are the third best team in the West. Second is the Seattle Mariners. Picking up Giovanni Gallardo will definitely help their pitching staff. It's going to be an interesting year for the Mariners. And, of course, first place, we got my favorite team. No bias, you got the Houston Astros. The offseason pickups they made and just in general, they're expected to compete. They're expected to win it all. Hopefully they can do it. That's my biggest dream. Go Astros. Stay fly. Just world101 out. See you guys later. Have a great one.